Hey y'all, what's going on? Today is the day in the life of me, a vlog. And I'm doing like a talk over and stuff like that. You guys, last time I tried to do a vlog, it did not end well. I'm talking about police was called on me. It was just like a bad day. And so all that little footage that I had, ranting, raving, and upset and stuff like that, I did delete it out of my phone because I'm trying to protect my peace and my energy. And like I said, if I'm walking on a new path when it comes down to God, sometimes certain things I should not put out in the atmosphere. And don't get me wrong, like even though like I do videos and stuff like that, and my videos are authentic, it's certain type of content that I do not want to be affiliated with. And this ain't no shade to nobody that's out there like rage baiting or got all type of, you know, conflicts or whatever on their page. Yeah, you don't know who it might be helping or hurting, but I just don't want to be in that I don't want that energy on my page. And on the cool, I'm just gonna keep it real with you. You gotta be careful because other people, you know what I'm saying, people that really ride for you, they gonna be like on some, we're gonna get this person, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, oh, when you walking in a path of, you know, doing right and want to live right, you can't, you know, you gotta let stuff go and let God handle it and just know that he will. So let me just give a little story time because people was asking me about this altercation. So Monday I had went to my phone company. I woke up, my phone was off. So I'm like, how's my phone off? My phone bill not due. And then on top of that, I'm just like, that's weird. Like, why would my phone be off? You know what I'm saying? Like, that never happens. So my phone was off. So I went to a phone store that is not the one that I usually go to, but it's another one around the corner that I was like, all right, they open up a little bit early, so I go in here and holler at them. So yeah, I go up in there or whatever. Yeah, excuse me, I gotta come up here and I'm running up here to this store right now. But I go up there and stuff like that to, you know, basically, you know, do the see what's going on and stuff like that. Now, instantly when I get there, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, when I get there, I'm already on hold with the phone company, like trying to talk to an agent. My bad, y'all. I had to pause and go run into the store. So my phone was off, right? So I went up to the store. I'm already online with customer service because, you know, I'm like, let me see if I find an agent before I find, like, you know, before I talk to the representative in the store. But, you know, I'm like, because I'm in a rush. Because for number one, I never, I got two phones. I have never had my phone off. Never had my main phone off. So I didn't even know my phone was off because, like I say, I actually kind of woke up late. That could have been a reason too. Like, I never ever sleep past 9:30. So, or 9 o'clock. I never even get to sleep till 9 o'clock. So this particular day, it's already 9:30. I'm like, whoa, that's like late. But even though I'm off, let me just get up and just try to run my errands. So I get up there. I'm on the phone with customer service. It's this one particular lady. I know her. I didn't been to her store before. She kind of little, you know, whatever. I just feel like she kind of lazy anyway. But so I asked her. She like, oh, let me try to try to do a live rep. I said, okay, cool. While you doing that, I'm finna step outside, see if the representative on the phone get on the phone before her, whatever. So I'm on the line. The representative, you know, answered the phone. I'm talking to him. He basically is letting me know that my account was messed up, not because of me, it was because of them, and it was on them, and it was just like, it's gonna take some time for them to sort it out. So I was kind of frustrated because I'm just like, you know, y'all didn't turn my phone off because it was a mistake on y'all end, and then on top of that, you know, like y'all don't know, it's gonna take a couple of days to fix. And I'm like, I don't have time for you guys to fix it. Like, I need my phone off. I can't go a couple of days with my phone off. Like, I got kids and everything else. So he was just like, well, what you can do, just go back in the store, pay for it, pay for your phone bill, you know, just pay this amount, and then we'll get it sorted out. I said, all right, cool, whatever. I'm trying to like get up out the way. So anyways, I get out the phone with him. So I literally asked this lady, because she still like, she bent over on the phone. I'm thinking she on the phone with the representative or representative. She was just, I don't know, on the phone with a dude or whatever. So I asked her, I was like, I'm just gonna pay the bill. She said, okay. And then I was like, so what they tell you? She was like, oh, I was still on hold. Okay, whatever, girl. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just pay the bill. So as I'm paying the bill, I paid the bill, and I said, hey, can you look up something on my account? And then she was just like, yeah, I can, but it's best if you, or you can call customer service or go online, and then they can give you more details. And I was just like, I'm like, listen, I literally just got out I literally just had to wait on the phone line for over 30 minutes while I'm at this store. So it's kind of like, I don't want to call them people no more, especially when I'm in a store and you have the information and you can give it to me. So she was like, I said, you can't look it up? Like, you can't just look in the system? She said, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying you can also call. So then I feel like, wait a minute, did this girl say she can look it up, but I can still call? Like, so I don't know her attitude. Right now, I'm a little, you know, I already got to run errands. I'm kind of late. This kind of threw me off guard. I just want to go now, because now I'm getting irritated. And at the end of the day, I don't look at it like it was that girl's fault. It was just the fact of, I feel like some type of antagonizing, like, okay, whatever. So I'm big on customer service, period. So now I'm at that age where I literally just be like, leave a review or, you know, file a complaint, because it's like, I don't got time for it. So I asked her, I was like, okay, so, and what is your name? And she was like, why? I was like, because I said I would like to leave a review or something like that. She was like, well, okay, well, since you're going to be like that, because this is so funny. I didn't even have attitude. But it was just like, as soon as I said I was going to leave a review, and you know that if I was to file a complaint, then that wouldn't look good on your behalf when I write it up. You don't know what kind of complaint I'm finna write up, and you know it's not gonna be a good one, because you clearly got offensive. So then she was like, well, since you're gonna act like that, then you can go ahead and just, you know, because I tried to give you an answer, but if you don't want to just accept the answer, you can either leave or I can call the police on you for trespassing. And I was like, wait a minute, you're gonna call the police on me for trespassing? I was just like, trespassing? I was just like, all because I asked you for your name? I was just like, and you finna call the police on me? So she was like, yeah, we'll do this. So as soon as she said that, y'all, I got another phone. I pulled out my phone. And I start recording. Because now I'm finna record you, because it's certain things and terminologies that I don't play with when it comes down to people. And that's the police, that's aggressive, all that type of stuff like that. You would never lie on me and try to pretend that, you know what I'm saying, that I have said or did something that made you uncomfortable. So I pulled out my phone and I was like, okay, hold on, because you really playing now. So I was just like, wait a minute. I was just like, so let me put out this for evidence. Oh, don't videotape me. Don't record me. I don't want you to record me. I said, no. I said, because I simply asked you your name. And I said, and then you're refusing to give me your name. And then you're telling me you're going to call the police on me for trespassing. Like I have said something or did something to you or been aggressive towards you. I said, I haven't even basically got an attitude. So I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm using this phone for protection, like for, you know, on the cool, both of us now. Because, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna have it out on videotape. So, you guys, so then I was like, okay, whatever. She don't want to give me her name. I leave. I just leave. I get it. I can get it another way. I can get it another way. So, as I was walking out the door, you guys, this girl, as soon as I get to the door, she said, yeah, because you acting like a stupid motherfucker. Oh, my goodness. It was like the enemy wanted me just to, like, you know, snap or something. So then I still got the phone in my hand. I turned back around and I said, what you say? It was kind of like Medicine Society. You remember that thing where I feel sorry for your mother? And he was like, huh? Like, now I'm finna go there. But I didn't. Like, I didn't, you know, I wasn't even trying to go there with her like this. I was like, what did you say? I was like, I'm a stupid motherfucker. But I felt like, first of all, you waited till I go to the door because you thought I was finna walk out and let it be. And you felt comfortable enough to, you know, to cuss me out. But then when I turn around and try to see, like, what did you say? Oh, wow, you really gonna pray? Oh, leave, get out. I'm finna call the police. But that's how people do. And as black people, we need to understand that, like, They always pick. They can never dish out what they handle. Now here I am talking calmly, dealing with her calmly. She did not want me to videotape because the simple fact is that you can't lie on my camera. See, the thing about your camera, you can watch out for your camera, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you can say and do things that, like, you know, to kind of mess around with your footage. But see, when I pull out my camera for my protection, you can't control the narrative. So that's what really just made like, oh, get out. I want you to get out. Please get out. I'll leave. I'm gonna call the police. I said, call them. Because for some reason, I don't know why people feel like that when they see, you know, anybody, let's just say black people or whatever, that they feel like saying call the police is going to intimidate us or make us nervous for us to back down. Like, I'm gonna run out the store now. No, go ahead and call them. Because now you just acting a fool. And you think, saying, after you cuss me out and stuff like that, you think that calling the police will be the best thing. Now you want to sit up here and try to put charges on me. So y'all, I said, yeah, go ahead and call the police. Because now she calling the police, because I'm like, oh yeah, this girl is a Looney Tune. I ain't finna even play with her like that. So I'm still videotaping her. She's calling the police, you guys. She then tells the police that I had a weapon on me. I wouldn't leave the store, this and that. Now, remind you, I'm videotaping her. I'm like, wow, this girl, and I'm all on the camera. I said, wow. And I'm so glad. I just want to sit up here and say this. Anytime that you're in a situation, I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. Pull out y'all camera. If y'all have a phone or whatever, I'm talking about, like, use it for protection. Like, pull it out, start recording, go live, do something to kind of have evidence. Because you just never know the narrative that people try to, you know, change. And you never want it to be your word against somebody else. You definitely want proof. I understand some people like, oh, but they got cameras inside there. Come on now. They, especially if they work for a business, the business is going to protect their worker. Even if they in the wrong, they're never going to put out footage or show some that's not in a good light. But she wanted the reaction out of me. The police came. They did let me know, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, they let me go because they was like, they not finna arrest me for that. They even feel like that the lady in the thing, you know, they was like, call the corporate, file a complaint on her. She's totally out of line because, you know why? I had evidence. And then they just felt like her attitude was horrible anyway. They was just like, and then that was a waste of time. They looking at it like, now you calling us because this girl asked you for your name for a complaint, because you still don't have a reasonable thing to sit up here and say that she did to you. And then she did not want to lie. She did not want to lie to the police because she knew I had videotaped her. You see what I'm saying? You see how the enemy now, all the stuff that she was trying to portray to get them up there, she couldn't really lie because she was nervous, like, oh, if she showed them that footage, then it's gonna look worse on me. So, I mean, they let it be, they let it go, you know, they just was telling me, like, next time, they was like, anytime an establishment asks you to leave or whatever, just leave. Or they was like, if you want to wait till the police get there or whatever, they said just kind of wait outside or outside the perimeter. Don't ever, like, you know, basically linger in the store when the owner or whatever wants you to leave. And my mom was saying that too. My mom was like, nah, that was some good advice, because in reality, that's how people get killed and hurt. Because see, the whole thing is that even if, you know what I'm saying, she could have portrayed, like, I asked her to leave and she wouldn't leave and I feared for my life, and then bam, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, ready to blow my head out behind that. And then it would have been her word against, you know, my dead body type stuff. And of course she would have played the victim like she was before. So you guys, I just mentally and physically, that really drained me, because I'm definitely big on customer service, y'all. I'm big on customer service. I'm big on people being respectful with to others and stuff like that. So that kind of upsetted me, period. You know, because I feel like it might be somebody else that's in that same situation that is not equipped and don't think fast on their feet, and they would have lost their life. I'm being honest with y'all. They would have lost their life behind something as simple as that. Whether they would have snapped on her and beat her brains out and beat her, or if they would have sit up here and wait and she would have called the police on them and got them locked up behind false narrative. And so that's what just, sometimes people trying to get a reaction out of you because they don't have nothing to lose. They don't have nothing to lose. Like, they don't have nothing going for themselves. They don't have nothing to lose. So it's like, for them, they like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on it. Like, what's up? But in reality, it's kind of like, I'm not messing with nobody who ain't got nothing to lose. Because at the end of the day, I ain't trying to be funny, even with her. It was like, girl, I literally remember one time I went into that store, you had at least 4 kids in the back. Because you clearly must be a single mother. You had 4 kids in the back trying to make sure you had to bring all your kids to work and this and that. Then you out here with a hoopty, your car look like, you know what I'm saying, you blow on it, it's going to flip over. And this ain't no shade, but I'm just saying though, I'm just like, you know what? I got to show you grace in the process. And then I know people are like, well, you know, you like you said, you was already frustrated. But I guarantee y'all, I wasn't frustrated at her because she didn't do nothing wrong to me. Only reason why I kind of got annoyed with her is because it's kind of like, you want me to call an operator and you're standing right here. You're on the phone with a random person. Like, oh, well, yeah, you just call you. Well, I mean, yeah, I could. When she said I could look it up, but like I said, you can go on it. I'm like, now you want to be combative with me. That was to me, that was my first test. So by me simply asking her, I'm like, okay, so what is your name? And that's me talking like that. But it triggered her. But I'm gonna let that be. Anyways, I'm up here at the beauty supply and I'm finna to get some hair and get myself together. Cause I'm finna get cute, y'all. Hold on, let me show y'all. So y'all, I'm at Jeannie's Beauty Supply, and y'all, I'm finna go up in here and get me, you know, a ponytail. I'm in my ponytail era, y'all. So I'm finna get me a ponytail. I'm finna do my hair, you know, nails done. Just, you know, get myself together. I think that low key that by me doing that, that'll kind of help out with my mood. Because yeah, I'm letting a lot of stuff go, and I'm letting it be. All right, y'all. My bad, y'all. So I would have been like trying to videotape while I was in there, but they was in there playing music. And you know, if you're doing, first of all, I don't like to be sound like I'm shouting over anybody or whatever, shouting over the music. But they in there playing club music, and then, you know, if I upload the video, it's gonna basically flag it. So I'm like, nah, let me put some of this stuff on mute. But yeah, just left the beauty supply. On the cold, I low-key think I'm just for the head back home and just prepare myself, get myself together. I low-key am mad. I wish I can find like a pedicure tub. And the crazy thing about it, I seen it at the store one time, and I was like, I wanted to get it, but I was like, I'll wait. But now it's like I need it. That's the reason why it's always best to get stuff when you see it. Get stuff when you see it. Just get it. Because you never know. And I know my kids always get on me. They be like, oh my God, they say I'm an excessive buyer. And it's like, I'll take back stuff in a minute. I do. Because, you know, sometimes I just be getting the stuff. But I'm getting better because look how small my bag is from Jimmy's. This little tiny bag. And trust and believe me, like, I had way more stuff in my basket, but I am being more disciplined when it comes down to me trying to shop and stuff like that, saying no to certain things that I know that I don't need. And the crazy thing about it, I was looking at this girl the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, a lot of people ain't trying to listen to her no more because they had raised all this money for her to leave and, you know, get a car and stuff like that. $50K, y'all, $50K. And y'all, she went back to, like, basically she made a video and, you know, just basically kicking her baby daddy out because he wasn't no good with this. She did it. She made you know, she put the video out. It went viral. She didn't have a car and she had 2 kids. So, you know, people, of course, you know, they mindset was like, dang, like, let's help this lady get a car. So they did a GoFundMe account and they raised over like $50K for her. Do y'all not know that this girl came back like within a month or 2 and she had that baby daddy driving that car and they was singing Pleasure P? Excuse me? And so people, and now she don't have no money. She got a car, but she got a car with a car note. That pissed people off because people was like, you could have got you even a brand new car or a decent car. You had $50K. So what did you do with the rest of the money? She blew it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she got back with him. He took her through there, and now she back, you know, from square one. Now she back having to, like, you know, get money from different people and make a way out of no way. She trying to stay in a positive mood, but she had said something. the other day that made a lot of sense, and I was like, dang. She had made something the other day that made sense, and I hate it because I just feel like people not gonna receive it because they steady under her comments going in about that 50K that she had got from GoFundMe. But one video she had made, and she was just saying like sometimes we have to say no to, like, we have to be disciplined enough to say no to not only our flesh but the certain things. I think she was just saying like it wasn't food at the time. I think at the moment it was food. And she was just saying like how she looked over and she was like, oh, this place got some burgers. Then she was like, she got pulled over, got the burger. Then she was going somewhere else and she's like, oh, they got some wings on sale. Like, I get them wings. And she was like, nah, they're right there. She was like, that's glutton. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even need the wings. I'm not hungry for the wings. I just had this burger. Like, I'm just getting it just because. And it made sense. Like, she kind of elaborated some more, but I kind of thought about me when it comes down to food, when it comes down to shopping and stuff like that. I definitely need to start disciplining myself more because it will catch up with you, especially when you're getting older. It's gonna catch up with you. And then she also made a good point in another video when she was up here saying like sometimes when God have blessed and delivered you from a situation, he's gonna look after you. He's gonna, you know, make sure that you okay, you good, regardless of the situation. You know, because let's just keep it real. Sometimes we have to co-parent with our abuser. And this goes for men and women. Like, you know, you might have to co-parent with somebody that is like toxic. Their energy, their mind, everything just makes you like yuck. You know what I'm saying? But you know, and you could be trying to remove yourself, but then you have kids with this person. So it's kind of like you still like, golly, I can't keep the kid away, but you don't want to be dealing with this person, and you don't even want to have to ask this person for nothing. And God will make a way. I mean, I have definitely been in this situation where, like I said, I have kids, so I have definitely been in this situation where I have not got the best support. I do not have, you know, the best support. And, you know, some people like, well, I ask. I ain't got no problem with asking. I said, but you got to understand, when I let go and let God, because all that trying to be a bounty hunter, it ain't going to cut it. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no but a lot of stress. All that bounty hunter type of mentality, man, when I tell you trying to figure out, can I get $10? They telling you to wait, like you the collections. You know, I just got frustrated. I got mad. It made me even more madder. But when I let go and I let God, I just moved on as far as like me trying to ask me, like it was building up my, you know, anxiety, like even having to ask, which is sad. When you feel that type of way, when somebody else have made, like that you had made a child with, and you feel that type of way, it's like that stuff just trigger you in a way that she's like, it just frustrates you. So don't even get me wrong, y'all. Like, I was just super mad. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I used to be angry about this stuff. Now I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Like, for some reason, God has always, my kids never wanted for nothing, never needed for nothing. They might not got it right then and there, but you know, they got it when it was on time. They didn't have to worry about the lights being cut off. They ain't got to worry about clothes and no shoes and, you know what I'm saying, holes everywhere. They ain't have to worry about being hungry. I'm talking about the important things in life. And I was just like, that was upkept. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was always upkept. And I said, okay, I'm thankful for that. Because some kids and some women cannot even provide that for their kids. So when I think about that and the goodness of God, bills are still being paid. Never been late, never had a notice on my door saying, yeah, you got this many days to get out. You know what I'm saying? Situations and where I stay and what I drive, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing. It ain't nobody but God when it comes down to this stuff. Because I mean, people like, how she get this? How she get that? I thought she worked over here. I thought she was doing this. And then be like, she got to be, I know I probably got some rumors going on. She doing something else. She got her sugar daddy nothing. The sugar daddy is God. Period. That's why when Marlo said that time when they was like, how you get your buddy? She's like, God. And then I was like, yeah, that was probably a smart response, like a smart aleck response. But it's true though. People people might want to shine you like, oh yeah, she this, she that. Man, you ain't gonna believe me. You gonna swerve and down. I'm doing, some strings for some change anyway. So I'm gonna let you go on about your perspective. But me and God know that it was only Him that has brought me this far, that have got me, in this whole situation, in this place called life, and got me through life. So if you ever going through something, or you're not trying to deal with a person and they toxic energy, it's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. I know I'm probably talking to myself, but I'm also talking to somebody else out there. Sometimes we deal with people way too long or way too much just because of what they're got going on, or we're afraid of, okay, if they get out the picture, then they not gonna do this, or they not gonna help out with this. And hey, if they don't do it, then their intentions. You knew their attention, because people are so quick to be like, you using me, you that. Man, come on now. Especially the people that got kids with a person. I'm just trying to figure out how they go. Like,